Da na da na 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 na. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I don't remember the lyrics. Na 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 na. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie. Kyle is here as well. Kyle, how are you tonight, buddy?
Not too bad, not too bad. A little chilly, but aside from that, not too bad.
Yeah, it's the that good old late fall chill is definitely in the air these days. But it's random because tomorrow's supposed to be near 70, so go figure. So.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. Classic New England weather. But we are very excited to be here, and we are also very excited because 1 week from tomorrow is a tremendous holiday, a day to give thanks, a day to spend with loved ones and, I don't know, non-loved ones alike. I don't know, whatever you want to, whatever suits your fancy. It is Thanksgiving. Yes. Time to eat. Time to give thanks, time to watch football. Those are sort of the three things of Thanksgiving. I mean, right there, 1, 2, 3, right in a row. That's pretty much it.
Mostly food, though, but those are things as well,
But if you've watched our show in past years, you'll know that Kyle and I have both, been heavily involved over the years in Thanksgiving football traditions, and most notably, obviously, the big Wellesley and Needham Thanksgiving Day football rivalry that takes place. And so this year, after a 1-year hiatus due to obvious circumstances, the Wellesley and Needham game is back. Yes, it will be taking place a week from tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. at Wellesley High School. And I for one, can't wait. I mean, I've been waiting a whole year for this game to finally be back. And it's very exciting. So what we want to do is we just kind of want to talk about the game being back and also, just sort of dive in again to some of our favorite memories, from over the years of Wellesley versus Needham, having been involved as players and as an announcer and as a fan and all that good stuff. So
we've really gone about it all these different angles.
We really have. Yeah, I mean, we basically have covered it or cover the game from pretty much any aspect that you can think of, which is pretty cool. So, like I said, I'm just really happy it's back in Wellesley, and Wellesley looking for their third victory in a row against Needham. So cool. Very excited and hopeful for that. So, Kyle, I just wanted to ask you first, just your thoughts on just the game being back again after obviously we didn't have it last year due to the pandemic. Just your thoughts right now, with it being a week away of the Wellesley Needham game actually being back on Thanksgiving in this good old year 2021.
I mean, it's great. You're right. It was really too bad. I felt bad for the seniors, especially last year, that they couldn't get their Thanksgiving game because
Now, I will say, just want to say that they did get to play. At least they did get to play Needham during what was called the Fall 2 season. They actually did have a football season in March.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And they did play Needham and they won. So at least they did. But I completely understand and agree with your point 100%. I'm not saying that. But at least they did get to play a game against Needham in their senior year. So that's all. Yeah. I mean, that obviously was something exciting.
Okay, well, yeah, that's true.
But no, I know. I 100% agree with your point. I felt the same way for them. I mean, you look forward to your senior Thanksgiving Day game for 4 years, and unfortunately, it just kind of gets snatched away due to circumstances beyond your control. So I definitely feel for them in that regard as well. So
yeah, it's not even just going against Needham, it's more, it's also just the timing of it, the whole build up to this event. It's just the whole, um, just the time of year, the holiday around it. Like, it's just really cool. It's like I feel like not a lot of I mean, normally during the holidays, it's funny when you think about it, because normally during the holidays, especially when you're in school, when you're in like high school, college, even, they don't really have many like games like on an actual holiday.
True.
I mean, granted, I know they do pro sports on Christmas Day. I know that's a thing, but when it comes to
College
like,
football on New Year's Day is a big thing.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
oh, I didn't even realize that, huh? Really, New Year's Day they do it?
Yeah. They have college football bowl games like every New Year's Day.
Oh, well, shows you how much college football I watch.
I was just adding on to your point. Sorry.
No. No. It's no, that's good. I learned something new, because literally I don't watch enough college football, as you can clearly see. But
I nor should you. I mean,
oh, really?
no. I mean, there's no particular reason for you to watch college football on New Year's Day. I just was throwing it. I was, like I said,
I mean in general.
I was trying to build off of your point.
No. I'm talking about like in general. I don't watch like any college football in general. It doesn't even matter if it's New Year's or not New Year's. But I'm so behind on it. So
I have taken you to a few college football games over the years. So
true.
There's that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, going to the games is a lot of fun. I love going to the games, but when it comes to like watching them on TV, I just I tune out. I'm like, okay, where's the next movie?
It's okay.
Yeah. No. So it's kind of interesting where, in high school especially, where they never played like during actual holiday, because usually they have like a day off and they don't even schedule games ever. It's kind of nice when they have like, when you get to play that really hard fought game, and whether you win or lose, the best thing about it is you go back to your house, and that really big meal is waiting for you, and get to see all your family afterwards, and it's just a really nice feeling. And it's I feel like it's just, you don't really get many games that are like that, So.
No, absolutely. And I mean, it's interesting. You bring up, the seniors and stuff like that. I mean, I feel like the senior year Wellesley and Needham game is always the one that's like most magnified in players' minds when they think about this rivalry. It's like, I mean, because obviously, for most of them, they've played in it for the 3 years before, obviously, and that's special. Any year that you play in the game, it's special. But I don't know. I just feel like, and I only played in it my freshman year. Or not really played in it, but I suited up for it my freshman year. The rest of them were from watching from the outside. But I just feel like that senior year game, there's just something about there's just like, because it's your last high school football game.
Yeah.
It's the last time you're going to take the field against Needham or against Wellesley, depending on which side that you're on. It's just a really special moment. There's all these like little tributes to the seniors that go on before the game and the days leading up to the game. So I kind of wanted to ask you, Kyle. It's kind of a nice segue that you brought up the seniors. I wanted to take you back to our senior year in high school. I just want, just from your memory, just from your perspective and recollection, can you just take us through that week, like the build up to that one particular game of the rivalry, the senior year game, and then also just what were your emotions, Kyle, even just the day of the game as well. Just so again, from whatever you can remember about it, like the build up to and then the game itself that year. I would love to hear your perspective on it since you brought up the seniors.
So I know that was interesting, because I don't. It's funny. For whatever reason, I don't remember quite as much the week of the build up. I do remember, we had all the freshmen and like we had the freshmen and the varsity and the junior varsity all kind of practicing together like we usually do. But I do remember the day of the game. I think was probably the most vivid memory for me. Was just that whole build up and how it was just an emotional game, unlike any other game. Honestly, I mean, we've had emotional games in the past, obviously, and I've being in the younger teams, like during like freshman year, sophomore, and junior year, seeing kind of what the seniors were, how they all handled the game and everything was interesting. But now, you get that brand new, like, it's like, oh, no, you're up at bat. It's like, it's your year, your turn to kind of really go through all those emotions. And I thought it was very interesting. Yeah, it did get very emotional. And it was just, you've been with these guys for 4 seasons. And some of these guys have been together for 5 seasons for eighth grade football, I'm sure, as well. And, but just, you've been on this incredible emotional journey. And it's just, you're right. This is it. This is like, it really does kind of hit you unlike any other game. I feel like I totally agree with that. And I just remember the feeling in the locker room. We're like, all right, it's like watching it's like being part of like a series finale of like a of like a really solid show. You just like, you're like, all right, we got to try to stick the landing. And you know what? Even if it's not a perfect game, in which I'll admit it was definitely not a perfect game. We thought, we had all our heads. We were like, all right, we got this game and everything. And eventually we did lose. But not by much. It was like by a point, I think, if I remember correctly. Or
it was by
was it field goal?
It was by 6 points in overtime.
6 points in overtime. That's what it was. Okay,
yeah.
okay. It was so it was a touchdown. I kept thinking it was a field goal in my head, but no, I think you're right.
It was obviously one of the more special things about it was at home. Like, I feel like anytime you get a chance to play that senior year game at home is like, it makes it even more, like, that much more, like, sort of emotional and exciting and all that good stuff. And again, just watching the senior traditions from afar, like, the seniors all get to go out and, like, do the coin toss and be introduced before the game and all these different things.
That was great. Actually, yeah, no, you know what? You're right. Now that I think about it, because we had the pep rally, too. That was really cool because you're right. It was just cool being, like, introduced. You're right. The whole introduction, hearing your name was just like, oh, wow. It was wild. It was so cool. And you're right. Like, it's really kind of that week. You just kind of like, it all just kind of, you really feel it. It's just, this is it. Like, this is the last run. We're going to do our best. Maybe we'll win. Maybe we won't. But either way, you put it all on the field. And I remember the speech. We really got riled up in the locker room. I remember right before the game. And then I feel like we just really got that fire going. And it was cool. It was really special to be part of it. And even though I didn't technically get to actually play in the game, it was still nice to be part of something really, really good like that, So
absolutely. No, I can only imagine what that was like as someone actually playing in that game and being on the field for it. So and obviously there's been so many great memories from this rivalry throughout the years, and obviously, like I said, it's just so exciting that it gets to be back this year. And hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie, Wellesley definitely has the upper hand if you sort of look at the game on paper heading into this year. They're 7-3 coming into Thanksgiving, whereas Needham is
better than our record.
Whereas Needham is 2-8 heading into Thanksgiving. Wow. So if you look at the game on paper, Wellesley definitely has Wellesley's definitely the favorite, so to speak. It's kind of an interesting little sort of side stat. I'll be interested to see what happens this year. But the last 2 times that they have met, both Thanksgiving 2019 and then in March of 2021, Needham has not scored a point in the last 2 meetings with Wellesley. Needham has literally not scored a point since the third quarter of the 2018 game. So that's like 9 quarters in a row of scoreless football for Needham, which I think is really wild. But here's sort of the last question I wanted to ask you, Kyle. And let me think how to phrase this. If you had a chance to address the Wellesley team, the Wellesley seniors, heading into this game, what advice would you give them about, like, from the seniors' perspective, how to handle sort of this final game of this rivalry, and even just even the younger players as well? I mean, just sort of handling the emotion and all that stuff, and just sort of the build up for the game. in general, what kind of, I guess, just as a former player, somebody who was like directly involved in it, if you had a chance to like give them advice, and I guess really what I'm asking sort of for the seniors in particular, because that's what we were just talking about, but what kind of advice would you give them, just to, as they head into that game for the seniors' case, one final time?
Well, I'll start by saying don't overthink it. Yes, you obviously the team's going to get fired up. You want to get those emotions going, but at the end of the day, don't overthink the game. This game it's a fantastic game. It's a once in a lifetime kind of thing that you do, and at the end of the day, you want to have fun. You want to you want to lay it all out in the field. You want to play your best, but you also want to have fun. You want to remember the good times, from the season, from this particular game, and you're going to be with it's your last roundabout with the these incredible players that you guys, this incredible, it's the last time you guys are together. It's the last time. It's kind of the end of the journey, kind of thing. So, just have fun. Don't overthink it. Just go out there and play, and just make some memories. So.
Well said. Well said. Absolutely. No, I completely agree. And we want to wish the Wellesley team and the Wellesley seniors the best of luck as they head in to the Thanksgiving game against Needham again. And it'll be a week from tomorrow, 10 a.m. At Wellesley, and just can't wait to see what happens, and hoping for a third straight Wellesley victory. That would be really awesome. So just go get them, seniors. As I was always taught, one saying that one of my youth sports coaches taught me that I always, and I'm kind of adding to it a little bit here. It was play hard. 3 simple words, or 2 simple words. I'm adding on a third simple word. Play hard, have fun, and win. That's what you got to do, seniors, and all the entire team as well. And like I said, we wish you guys nothing but the best, and we definitely will be rooting for you come a week from Thursday, and obviously we'll be recapping. We will definitely have a recap of the game of some sort on the next edition of On a Couch Talking Sports, because we can definitely not wait to see what the result is. And by the way, quick Thanksgiving football note. Speaking of Thanksgiving high school football, tomorrow we will be, our pal Doug and I will be recording another edition of the Sports Blitz, which we will be discussing some memories from Thanksgiving high school football as well.
Cool. There you go.
From the rivalries that we've both been involved in. So definitely you're gonna want to check that out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So looking forward to it. And also, as long as I'm on the subject, please, a new episode just came out. Check out Marvel at the Movies with Kyle and Doug. Again, a new episode just came out. It was a very cool episode with a really kick-ass intro.
Thank you.
I'm serious. It was like I was glued to my seat watching that intro, for sure, and also laughing my ass off hysterically as well. So, definitely check out both those shows as always. They're the second and third parts of the trilogy of shows that we have going on here that we always mention. So, now, speaking of football, it's time to move on to sort of the fantasy / Robbie's favorite football recap. Listen, we're gonna keep the fantasy football recap very short and sweet this week. I lost both my games. Kyle, go ahead.
I gotta say, I'll give credit where credit's due to Patrick Mahomes, because he carried the whole team on his shoulders. Having said that, I still lost his ball.
Now, shout out to all of our opponents for getting the better of us last week.
Good game, guys.
It's on to next. It's on to next week. We're turning the page. It's on to next week.
Yep.
But obviously, there's also time for Robbie's favorite football recap. And speaking of Wellesley football, they did have their final pre-Thanksgiving game last Friday night, and they won. They beat Bishop Feian 28-20 in their consolation playoff game, whatever you want to call it. But like I said, it was the last game before Thanksgiving, bottom line. And like I said, they pulled it out 28-20. So happy for the boys. 7-3 heading into the Thanksgiving battle with Needham. Can't wait to see what happens there. And I'll have a recap of that one on the next edition of On Couch Talking Sports. BC, hey, listen. BC is bowl eligible, everybody. They defeated Georgia Tech last Saturday on the road in Atlanta, and that means that they are eligible to go to a bowl game. So very excited for the Eagles. Congratulations to them. They will play at home this coming Saturday against Florida State, a matchup that I always enjoy watching. And again, just wishing the Eagles the best of luck as they try to make it 3 wins in a row come this Saturday. And then the Patriots. How about the Patriots, guys? 4 wins in a row after a beatdown of the Cleveland Browns on Sunday. The Patriots have just turned a corner and gone just speeding down the freeway. I mean, they are playing so well recently. Like I said, 4 wins in a row. They are in the playoff hunt, and they're only a half game out of first place in the AFC East behind Buffalo. They're looking to make it 5 in a row. Tomorrow night, they're playing Thursday Night Football this week. Tomorrow night, as we're recording this on a Wednesday, tomorrow night in Atlanta against the Falcons. Yes, rematch of Super Bowl 52, or Super Bowl 51. Sorry, Super Bowl 52 is when they lost to the Eagles. There we go. Yeah. Super Bowl 51 rematch. I really hope we don't have to come back from 28-3 down in this one to try to win. But yeah, looking forward to that one. And so, yeah, that does it for Robbie's favorite football recap. And now, this moment you all wait for every week, I feel like, on this show. It is the Sue's Reviews. And so I say, Kyle, the floor is yours, my friend. Take it away.
All right, so, oh, man, this was kind of a tricky one of what I wanted to review. I was thinking, okay, do I want to do a game? Do I want to do a movie? So I'll stick with movie. So I did want to talk about, this is going to be completely out of the blue. So this is a movie that came out in 2011. It's called I Am Number 4. So you're thinking, okay, why are you reviewing that movie? That's a completely out of left field, where did this come from type of movie. So I had watched it out of recommendation from one of my friends. And so it's kind of, initially I had avoided that movie like the plague for a little while because I kept thinking, okay, this is kind of a Twilight knockoff. It's a very kind of teeny bopper movie. And in some cases it is, but after actually sitting down and watching it, I gotta say I was pleasantly surprised. This movie was way better than I think it had any right to be. So this movie came out right around the big Twilight craze where all the it was the romance between 2 high schoolers but the male teen has some kind of power or ability or something like that. And the whole time thinking, okay, this is going to be awful. But the way they did it, I thought was very, very unique. So basically the story is this high school teenager played by Alex Pettyfer, I think that's his name. And he kind of goes in hiding with his guardian, played by Timothy Olyphant, who played the original Hitman in the 2007 movie. So they're both in hiding, and they're trying to hide away in this town, and you don't really know why at first. But then as the movie unfolds, you find out that this guy has powers. That the teenager has these strange light powers, and it's kind of cool. And he's actually being hunted down by these aliens, these other kind of aliens that are looking for other teenagers of certain abilities. So it kind of a little bit has a bit of an X-Men kind of meets like Smallville feel to it, and I say Smallville because it's actually written by by the show's original creators, Alfred Go and Miles Miller. That was their name. So, watching this movie, I thought it kind of was an interesting spin on like the whole like kind of sci-fi. Like, I liked the teenage romance that whole plot line. It didn't feel super forced. I kind of enjoyed it. I thought the main girl was pretty cool. The characters weren't anything to write home about, but it was just kind of an interesting concept, and I liked, especially by the time the third act of the movie happens. I'm not going to spoil it, but there are some pretty cool twists that happen, later in the movie, and I think it builds up to actually a really cool, exciting kind of finale of the movie, if you will. And it's literally like, I love it when I see a movie that just kind of, you watch it and you have such low expectations, but after you watch it, it's like, okay, this movie isn't half bad. I'm not going to say this movie is Shakespeare, or I'm not going to say it's like a Godfather level type movie. I'm not going to say, oh, go out of your way to watch it like this instant right now. Like, you have to see it. This is like film school quality. Like, no, it's just a kind of a fun, like cheesy sci-fi high school drama type of movie. I am number 4, but it's enjoyable. It's a lot of fun. It's just kind of a fun movie to kick back and watch on a Saturday afternoon if you don't have anything else to watch. It got critically panned, but I don't think it deserved all the hate. So if you're looking for a different movie, if you watched all the movies that came out recently, then definitely check that out. So
cool. Well, yeah, definitely what he said. What he said. I take all my film advice and show advice from him because he is the Sue's Reviews. So, hey, listen. In all seriousness, on behalf of both of us here at On a Couch Talking Sports, we do want to take this opportunity to wish everybody a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Wherever, whenever, with whoever you might be celebrating. We hope that it is a tremendous day for all of you. We are so thankful that you choose to watch our show, whether this is your first episode or if you've been with us all along. We're very thankful for all you guys tuning in. We really appreciate it. And like I said, we just hope that you have a very happy holiday. And I am very thankful to have this guy by my side for
here, man.
all the episodes that we've done over all these years, and it is just so much fun to be a part of this week in and week out. Whether we've had to do it virtually, on walks, in cars, or right here on the classic couches,
or playing mini golf,
or bowling, or in a Bentley hockey game.
There you go.
But no, in all seriousness, I couldn't ask for a better show, co-host, friend to be a part of this with. So
thank you. Same here, Robbie.
Yeah. So, and like I said, to all of you out there, very, very happy Thanksgiving, and I hope it's a great one. And we will obviously be back post-Thanksgiving and with more exciting On a Couch content.
Getting more into the winter sports, guys.
That's right.
Here we go.
That's right. We're actually, for our next episode, a little teaser, we're actually kind of going to be attending a winter sporting event. I'm not going to give away what it is, but we're going to be attending a winter sporting event coming up here in the coming days, and so we will be recapping that, as well as the Thanksgiving football game, on our next episode. So very much looking forward to it.
It'll be like a double episode almost.
Yeah, exactly. No, very excited. But anyway, please like and subscribe right here on YouTube. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all over the place. Definitely love to have your guys' support. Check us out. As always, please drop a comment if you so choose. We'd love to hear from you. So that is going to do it for this week's edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, he's Kyle. I'm Robbie. This is a couch. And we'll see you next time here on a Couch Talking Sports. Bye, everybody.